I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, to see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never have contained such forbidden truths. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine a millennium ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. We are compelled ineluctably down preordained paths. Free will is an illusion. Time, unless you master it, it will master you. And now it's time for your answer.
At the edge of the world, two commanding monuments carved into rock stand as silent guardians, gesturing to those foolish enough to cross these waters to turn back. Because the moment you cross the frontier, it's too late.
Because once crossed, your soul belongs to Nosgoth. Your life and death bound to the land. There is no turning back. You have become a part of the wheel, and the wheel must keep turning.
The necromancer spoke truth. For Nosgoth to be restored, one more must die. You are the balance. At the moment of my death, you took your first breath.
I am the last pillar, the only survivor of the Circle of Nine. At my whim, the world will be healed or damned. At my whim.
Nosgoth has three great eras. The first, the time before the Pillars, an age so distant that only scraps of its truth remain. You may scale the mountains to the ruined sky temples, or descend into the buried monuments choked in earth, and find only faint stories of that world. But one thing is certain. Its end was written in violent, brutal war. The second era, the time of the Pillars. It saw the rise and fall of the Sarafan Order, with all but a few vampires hunted to extinction. Empires and kingdoms rose and collapsed, and even history itself was rewritten, twisted, malformed. The Pillars were corrupted, and the final decision was placed in my hands. A choice between pyre or poison, razor or fang. The Second Era ended with the collapse of the Pillars, and so began the time of Kain, the third and final era. Or at least, that was the course history intended to follow. Once I embraced my powers, I realized that Vorador was correct. We are gods, dark gods, and it is our duty to thin the herd.
I remember you. So young, so much ambition, but clouded by arrogance. Years from now, you find yourself looking back at this moment as you taunt the air with absurd words. You are a pathetic little vampire.
Show yourself. I have laid waste to the circle and sent the foul demon that wrapped itself around their thoughts back to hell, and I will have no hesitation to do the same to you.
There it is. That rage and anger. It burns, doesn't it, little vampire? Do you not admire your own work, little vampire? You took such pride in killing them only moments ago. Look at them, Kain. This is you. Have they suffered enough? What do you think? For millennia, these wretched creatures played the world like a game. Did you ever stop and wonder how many deaths they have caused? How many lives taken? The evil, the good, the young, the old. So many countless names now lost and forgotten. Have they not suffered enough? No, they will never find rest. I have placed their souls in a temporal prism. They will exist in eternal torment. Even when the worlds collapse and time ends.
What in the hell are you?
I am the master of sacrifices. This destruction was merely a prelude, little vampire. What happens next will unravel the stream of time itself. If you want to see what a true deity looks like, then look into my eyes. And when your flesh begins to boil and your bones melt, you will realize just how wrong Vorador was. You are not a dark god, Kain. I am.
Now, at last, the masks had fallen away. The strings of the puppets had become visible, and the hands of the prime mover exposed. Most ironic of all was the last gift that Raziel had given me. More powerful than the sword that now held his soul. More acute, even, than the vision his sacrifice had accorded me. The first bitter taste of that terrible illusion. Hope. And then everything changed.
And now, everything changes. Where time is but a loop. A loose stitch in the universal cloth. A streamer might seize upon a chance, a fatal slip, and plunge the fate of planets into chaos.
The past, the present, the future, everything I knew, everything I'd seen, was suddenly shattered like glass. When I refused the sacrifice, the pillars cracked, and the decay would take thousands of years. But this was instant. I could feel the inferno burning even at this distance. Is this the result of daring to change the outcome? Or have the ancient gods decided enough is enough? Nosgoth screams as the heavens are torn asunder, the illusion shattered. Something has changed. The land itself convulses. This light, this blinding scourge, seeks to unmake all that endures. The very earth fractures beneath my feet, vomiting ash and fire into the sky. There is a rupture in time, and Nosgoth itself howls in agony. I know this instant, yet it betrays me, reshaped, defiled, rewritten by a hand unseen. I must make my way to the pillars before the land slips away. If this is the end of time, then I will meet it as I met death, with defiance.